What is going on, guys? Snickel here, and today I have another Platinum Trophy video for you guys. Today I'm going to be getting the Platinum Trophy in Grim Fandango Remastered on the PlayStation 4. Now, the last trophy that I do have to get is Year 4, which is to spend 4 years in the 8th Underworld. This is basically the trophy that you get for beating the game, so it's as easy as that. So anyway, with all that being said, let's get right into this video. I was live streaming this over on Twitch. I do live stream all my Platinum Trophies and various other games over there, so if you want to go follow me, there's a link down in the description below. I do want to note that this is the end of the game, so there are going to be some story spoilers, so if you do care about that kind of stuff, it's fine if you click off the video right now. So this is a game that got remastered a few years back on the PS4. It came out, I don't even remember when it came out, I didn't even play it back then, but it got remastered about 5 years ago or so on the PS4, and I picked it up day one. I played it for certain reasons, and then I never really got back to playing it. I only earned a few trophies. So I was kind of going through my backlog and trying to figure out, basically what I wanted to play on stream, and I just figured this was a good game to play on stream, because if you know anything about this game, it's actually really easy. I think it was a plus game at one point, and essentially all you need to do is just read through a text guide, and it kind of tells you what you need to do step by step to get through the game and get all the trophies, because a lot of the trophies in the game are missable if you don't really pay attention to them. Because there is no chapter select, there's really nothing in the game. Right when you load the game up, you load right into whatever save or whatever you were doing last in the game. There's no menus, there's none of that. Well, there's like a pause menu, but there's no like main menu or any of that stuff. So if you do miss some stuff, then it is unfortunate because you have to play all the way back through the game. So I would suggest to read some sort of text guide. I'll leave a link to the one that I use down in the description below. You can use that if you want to. So essentially, we're going to be getting 2 trophies here. Because right when you start the game up and you get control of Manny, the first thing that you want to do is you want to set tank controls. You want to turn tank controls on. Because there's a trophy for beating the whole game using tank controls. Essentially, tank controls are just... it's relative to the character and not to your view. So it can be a little tricky to get used to at first, but it's really not that bad once you start playing the game for a little bit. So anyway, we're going to be getting the trophy for that, and then we're also going to be getting the trophy for just beating the game in general. Like I said, I got the game a few years back, and I believe, like I said, it was on Plus. It is quite an easy game. You can beat it in probably, honestly, 3 to 4 hours if you really wanted to, and you kind of push through. Year 2 can be a bit of a drag, sadly, but the rest of them are fun. When I first started playing the game, when I got into Year 1, I only played about 15-20 minutes of the game back when I bought it a few years ago, just because that was kind of what I did back in the day. I kind of just bought games and played them for a few minutes and then decided to put them down. And, there was walkthroughs and stuff then, because it is a remaster of an older game. So there was walkthroughs and everything, but I just didn't feel like playing it because I thought the game was longer than it really was. And it's really not that bad. I enjoyed playing through the game. I enjoyed the story. It was a little like, the story was a little cliche, and it just seemed a little like strange because, Manny's doing all this stuff for a girl that like he literally just met. It's weird. It can be kind of weird. Comes off a little strange. But all in all, it's a decent game. So anyway, there's going to be our trophy for the right way, which is to beat the game on using tank controls the whole game. So that's cool. And then we just got to watch the ending cutscene here, getting out of the 8th Underworld to get our last trophy for beating the game. So it's that easy. But yeah, like I said, the story can be a little like weird because it's like, why is this happening, or why is this doing all this? But all in all, it's really not that bad, and I enjoyed it. The game is enjoyable to play. There's nothing really like super challenging about it. And like I said, if you're reading the text guide to kind of to use it as a walkthrough essentially, because that's what it is. It's a walkthrough for every scene for what you should be doing to kind of get through everything the fastest. If you weren't using that walkthrough, the game would take significantly longer because there are parts of the game that can kind of be confusing or don't really make too much sense unless you really know what you're doing and where you need to go and how to do this and how to do that. So I could understand this game taking a lot longer if you weren't really reading through that text guide and walking yourself through the game, but I would highly suggest to do it just for the pure fact of getting the trophies. Now, luckily, the trophies are in like sequential order to the way you should be earning them, which we'll see in a minute when we go through the trophy list here. But essentially, the trophies going straight down the list are the order that you should be earning them as you're playing them through the game. So chronologically, they are correct. You're not going to earn one at the top and one at the bottom. The only one that's out of whack is the one at the very top, because that's the one for playing with or using tank controls. That's the gold trophy at the very top. The rest of them are chronological to how you're going to play through the game. So that is nice. I do appreciate when games do that, when it's kind of a chronological list and you're going to earn it from the top and get it down to the bottom. It's nice and clean to do that. But that's just a little pet peeve of mine when games don't do that. They'll be like chapter 1 trophy at the top, and then chapter 2 at the bottom, and then chapter 3 in the middle. It's like all over the place. It's like, come on, man, make your mind up. Anyway, I'm deviating here. Let me digress so we can get back into this. So there we go. We are on our train to get out of here. We're going to have our band play a little bit of music, and then we are going to get our trophies. Or I'm going to get my trophies. So there's year 4. And then I'll get the platinum trophy here. Number 9 ticket. So again, played this game a long time ago. Really glad to finally get it done. But anyway, let's take a look at this list. So here is the list, 100% with a platinum, no DLC or anything. And as you kind of look through the list here, you're going to see a lot of trophies that are kind of, they sound weird when you're reading through the trophy name or the trophy description. But like I said, they're sequential, they're chronological. You should be earning these as you're kind of playing through the game. And the majority of them are actually missable. So that's, again, why I would suggest to use the text guide. And like I said, I will leave a link to that down in the description below for you to kind of get through if you want to use it. But all in all, really enjoyable game. I like the trophy images. I actually really like the trophy images. They're very pleasing to look at, and I really like the artwork of the game. It's really cool. And overall, I think this is a great remaster. I like when they remaster games like this, and it's just not like a complete rebuild of the game. It's kind of using what it was before and manipulating it and making it look a little bit better, but it still feels like how it would have played back in the day. It's not like a complete overhaul. I do really appreciate that. So anyway, here's the profile. Trophy level 42, 57%. Got 11,114 total trophies. Got 7,660 bronze, 2,439 silver, 856 gold, 159 platinums, and like I said, 11,114 total trophies if you're into that numbers kind of stuff. And then here's our platinum trophy itself, number 9 ticket. So like I said, if you guys did pick this up on PS Plus, or even beforehand, or even if you haven't picked it up, I would suggest to pick it up. It's a nice, easy, fun, enjoyable game to play through. Something you kind of can blow through in one night if you want to, or you can sit down and really enjoy and kind of play through the whole thing over and over again if you really want to. Overall, if I did have to rate this list out of 10, it kind of depends which way you go. So if you're going to read through the text guide and you're going to kind of walk yourself through the platinum and the whole game, I'm going to give this like a 2 out of 10 because it is really easy. Some things can be a little irritating when reading through the text guide or things of that sort, but overall, it's manageable, it's doable, it's really not that bad. So 2 out of 10. Time it takes to get the platinum if you're reading the text guide, anywhere between, I would say probably between or around like 6 hours, something around there. Not overall that bad, right? So if you're not reading a text guide and you're kind of just playing through the game and winging it, you're looking at a little more difficult time here because there can be some pretty tricky parts in the game. So I'd probably give it like a 4 or 5 out of 10. And time it takes, I don't know, you're probably going to have to double the time it takes, maybe triple the time it takes, because again, there can be some parts that are kind of tricky when you're playing through the game. But like I said, I would highly suggest to just have the text guide up and just keep track of when you're going to be getting those missable trophies, because you don't want to have to play all the way back through the game just for one trophy. I mean, you might want to, but personally, I don't want to have to play all the way back through the game just for one little trophy. So I would suggest to use that text guide. And like I said, I will link it down in the description below for you. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys have played the game, if you plan on playing the game, your thoughts on the game. I'd love to read all those. Down in the description below, you'll find links to all types of stuff, my Twitter, my Twitch, other videos like this. So if you want to go check any of those out, I would greatly appreciate it. Anyway, like I said, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing for more trophy content like this, and I hope to see you all around sometime soon.